It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Boom, it's Rusty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Public Access Podcast, the podcast here on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. I'm the guy with the show, Rusty Diamond. I give myself an intro, but I should give the person who I'm bringing on a better intro because sometimes I do an intro, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go with the big, what would you call it? Like a ring announcer voice, but I think I only did ring announcing twice. So I don't really want to take the thunder from those guys. They can probably do it pretty good. But man, this guy, man, I'm happy he's here. I've been talking with him for not a long time, but I've known him for a long time. So here we go. The man with the fucking wrestling ring in his background, which is cool. I'm going to have to ask about that. Motherfucking Josh Johnson yelling in your ear. What is up, Josh Johnson?
Yeah, no, I'm here with my ring. I got Nicolas Cage movie playing in the background. Got The Rock playing.
Oh, dude.
Full
Okay.
gym.
So you have a gym now.
Yes.
What the fuck prompted you to get a gym?
Well, in absolute all honesty, well, it was always like a big dream of mine, something that I had thought was going to happen when I was into my 40s. And then about at the end of last year, I had money saved up. I had planned on, I thought I had found my person, and I had money saved up to buy a wedding ring and move cross country with them and get a house. I had money put away for that. That didn't pan out. A lot happened, things changed, and we broke it off at the very end of last year. And I kind of had like all my future plans were wrapped into that. So I just kind of go back to my goal chart and things like that. And like this was 10 years down the road, I have the money. An opportunity opened up to buy into a gym, and I just made it happen.
So what's your goal chart? You don't have to tell me what's on your goal chart, but what is your goal chart and how long have you been working on a goal chart?
I've been working on a goal chart since 2020. Since the start of the pandemic just kind of changed everything for me. I wasn't working 70 hours a week anymore. And I was able to just kind of do a lot of self-reflection, a lot of work, and just really start hammering in on goals and what I wanted, who I am, and things I needed to accomplish. So I set 1-year goals, 3-year goals, 5-year goals, and 10-year goals. I write them on the wall. I look at them every day. I'm aware of them every single day. I know what I need to accomplish, and I can just look towards that.
So then is Nicolas Cage on the wall, or is it like what is the motivation? What is the piece that gets you going, or is it looking at those goals and seeing like this is where I need to go?
Well, it changes, just to be honest. First, it was I just wanted to be a champion. I just wanted to live a life of a champion. I wanted to just be hammering out goals every single day and just find new challenges to conquer, because conquering challenges feel fucking great, especially when you fail 20 times and then on the 21st time you conquer that motherfucker. It feels amazing. I like a challenge. So it started out as that. And then it became into, I love this person. I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. I'll do whatever the fuck that takes to do that. It took a dark turn this year. Just be honest. It was like, I can do two things. I can wake up every day and just want to blow my fucking brains out because I'm so depressed, or I can focus on this list, on this goals, and I can just have every bit of this energy that's in me and hammer out on every single one of these things. And I'm just going to focus on nothing else but these goals. And that's the route that I choose to take every single day. Is I'm just going to focus and hammer this. That's it.
Okay. So with that then, so are there times then when you're able to step back and then sit with those feelings. I kind of had some what of a story, in that general area. And I mean, do you have time where you got to stop all your work? Because I know there were times when I would get way ahead of what I'm doing, and then I'm like, shit, now I don't know what to do. And then I'm sitting there with those thoughts that I kind of pushed back and pushed away for a bit and just went all in on work. But then eventually those things came back and then they hit, but they seemed less than they were because I was spending a lot of time just throwing myself into work. Was that kind of what you were going with, or?
Yeah, it gets to that, and you deal with it a little bit, and it's a excuse me, it's a very, I guess, masculine way of being a coward. Because even though like it is cool, and I get a lot of props that I'm using my negative energy and doing something productive with it, and I'm hammering out goals, but at the end of the day, I am just running from my feelings. So I do, when work slows down or things like that, I do eventually feel something, and then either I deal with it because I'm more able to, enough time has passed to where I can actually calm down and less emotions are involved that I can address certain things. Or sometimes what I'll do is I'll become even more of a masculine coward, and I'll just find a side quest, a side challenge. I'll go. I have friends of just, they run everything. I've gotten a friend to get me a periodic gig with BKFC where I can go work ring crew and security with them, and that's a nice break. I have a friend who owns a pizza restaurant that I will just go and stay with him when work is slow, and I'll work in a pizza restaurant and learn to make pizza. And it's just a different challenge, a different grind, and that's just kind of how I do. Where even when I'm not working, I'm working. I'm just, my vacation is I take a break from my work and go to something else, and it's just a new distraction.
Right. And so then, how's your pizza making skills? Are you throwing shit in the air yet, or you still doing the
That's
turntable?
on the table that I sadly have not scratched yet. I was just using that as an example. That's been offered to me. I was supposed to
Okay.
go last month and do it. So shout out to Pizza Neo. It's owned just by Anthony Rivera. He's a pro wrestler and a combat veteran that opened his own pizza place in Vegas. It's awesome, but he's invited me. He's a good brother. When your friend goes through a breakup, you want to help. So he just like, if you ever need to get your mind off things, come out to Vegas, stay with me, and make some pizza. And that's, I had to fix a check engine light. If not, I was going to go out earlier this month.
Cool.
But,
So then, you're in Northern California right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the
In the Bay. So speaking of the Bay-ish, so we met like 10 years ago, probably something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you were at the first show that I was at, but the first show I was at was at a Walmart parking lot in Chico.
Yes.
You were
I
at,
was there.
okay, you were at that one because I think you were at a few of these, but
Yeah, we
dude,
kept pointing the Walmart sign like it was WrestleMania. That was fucking awesome.
what's that?
We kept pointing at the Walmart sign like it was WrestleMania. That shit was hilarious. That was such a terrible show. That
Yeah,
was like
dude,
my third match too.
that was your what?
That was my third match.
That was your third match.
Yeah, it was on that show.
Holy shit. What do you remember who you were working?
Yeah, he works as Brutal Rob right now.
Cool.
He worked at the time. He was Bobby Burger Hands.
Bobby Burger Hands, man. Okay. And so he was around before you were around, so he got to lead the match then.
Well,
Or was it?
we came in at the same time. We're from the same place, the APW boot camp. He's just better than me.
Okay.
It sometimes it just sucks that you have somebody who is just a fucking phenomenal worker. It just sucks that he's half my size. He has a great gimmick now too, and awesome dude, but yeah, fuck. It just sucks that like you just get the hand you're dealt, and some guys are 5'4".
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, that fucking show. So then that whole thing was a wild time. And there was, I don't know how much you want to get into any of this stuff with that, because that was interesting. Do you remember a proposed venture that was going to be happening with that promotion, with some sort of military or something?
Yeah, yeah, that whole man. Yeah, so that sorry the individual. Yeah, so basically, as I recall, he wanted all of our social security numbers and like basically our personal information to get onto base, and it was nothing that made sense, none of the information that made sense. Like he said, I got rejected for my beard, which is just stupid because the guy also had a beard. And I also have a military ID. I can get on a base. It's really not a problem. That's why I didn't give him my military ID. I gave my driver's license, especially because your military ID has your social on it. And yeah, that whole situation was bad. And then he took a bunch of money for military veterans that did not go to military veterans, and he bought himself a new SUV.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that was kind of sort of an intro then, into what was going on. And I mean, I know that we did that show at least a few times, and I know that he had stiffed a whole bunch of guys too, that were, because like there were so many fucking people on every show, and it was crazy, man. It was ridiculous. And I mean, we had usually a car ride of 4 or 5 coming from Portland, and dude, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't
I
understand how that worked.
I couldn't believe that he stiffed me and then got in the ring with me the next year,
Oh
and
shit.
I broke one of his tooth. I broke a tooth of his. Like I didn't know how he thought that was gonna go. Um, I was very confused with that. I I'm very confused on like a lot of guys in wrestling. They feel just because they're vets, and that's great. I respect my elder, respect all that stuff. But at the end of this, I'm twice your size and half your age. How did you really think fucking with me was going to go, buddy? Like,
Sure.
I don't consider myself a tough guy. I train with legitimate tough guys. I get fucked up a lot, but just I'm very confused on that whole ordeal. I don't know why he thought that wasn't going to end that way. That
Yeah.
was so.
Yeah. Uh, so I mean, but one thing with that was that we got to do, I think my favorite spot of all time that I had was with you, and it was it was a spot. I don't know if you had seen it before or you thought this up or what the fuck it was, but you had me picked up. We were in like a fucking 8-man battle royal with fucking weapons or some bullshit like that, which makes zero sense. It was just like, hey, everyone who's not really booked, but here, like, we're just gonna throw you in this match. And you had me, like, you were carrying me, and we were going, move, 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 get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And then everyone's all fucking scattering in the crowd, and then we just sit down and just chill out, dude. And like, oh man, that was fucking awesome. I don't know where did that come from?
I have no idea, but that's the stuff that I love so much about pro wrestling, where you get to do little things like that. And if I wanted to fight somebody for real, I would have like gone into like MMA more or furthered more into martial arts. But like I just like you get to create these fun little moments, and I realize there's psychology and things that to make sense, but I wrestled as Amish Johnson. Like, why am I even in this match? It doesn't make sense. Me even in wrestling doesn't make sense. It's just the fun part of it. And you had guys in that match like Sin, and Sin's going to do some real hardcore nasty shit. So he can go do that nasty shit. We can do the fun stuff. And
Yeah.
I love putting anything character work. I enjoy stuff like that is just really fun.
Yeah, I'm bummed that you and I never got a one-on-one match or even like a tag match or anything. I know that Dr. Cleaver really wanted you to come up to Portland, at least back then. But yeah, man, I wish we would have gotten to do something together. I think we could have had some fun. But so now you are. You have a gym and you're training. Who are you training with, and like where is it? You got some kids, not kids, but people
Oh no, I got
that are younger in the business, I guess.
yeah. I have a lot going on with the gym. We our trainers are all certified personal trainers. So because of that, and the insurance we train several athletic classes, and we do a lot of the drills in the ring because it's very good in-ring cardio. It's good at body weight movement, things like that. So the ring gets used throughout the day with the gym, with all the trainers here, and that's part of what we run. We do run a wrestling school out of here as well as there is an MMA and kickboxing school that runs out of here. And I'm even trying to go out to places that I know that are looking to start a school and saying, like, I have these 2 time slots if you want to come by. And if you like, I'm totally okay with a second pro wrestling school running out of my gym. I truly don't care. I have a curriculum. We have a unique training. You have your own training. And if people would rather be with them than me, that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. I prefer that you be in the training that's more comfortable for you. Because at the end of the day, whether it's me, whether it's at my gym with me or another trainer, I just want whatever client or wrestling student to get whatever they want to achieve out of wrestling or their fitness journey.
Yeah.
And my mindset's more on building the gym as a whole rather than just the pro wrestling school. I would really love for my gym out here in Livermore to turn into like more of a pro wrestling resource center than just a pro wrestling school. I have a great fitness studio here. The wrestling ring is cut off from the rest of the gym. So if you need to film something, just do what I did, shut the door, shut everything. We have lighting, we have a green screen, we have everything anybody needs to cut any promos. Just come on down, and you got to rent it for the time you need. But I'm very reasonable to work with, and I just want everybody in the area to get better.
Dude, that's way cool. And did you have experiences back then? Because I know that one of the things is people can get pretty territorial, and people can want to really make sure that people are only getting one way of training. And I mean, that's, I don't know. I think it's good to have the option if people want, and click right with the first trainer, then great. But there should, it's good to learn from more people. And like, I know that when I was training, there was some stuff that, because I mean, there was like, I don't know, and in all honesty, probably like maybe 6 people who trained me, somewhere in there. And some of them would get through to me in other ways that like the main trainer couldn't, like, or, like, which was nice. It was a different way to explain shit. Cause I didn't fucking get stuff right away. I wasn't that person. I wasn't the one first time getting it, but then, after a while I did all right. But it's good to have someone else there that can explain shit differently. Is that because I don't know, because you were with Roland Alexander when you started, right? Or was that
Yeah.
Okay. And
It's yeah, I completely agree with you. You have to go to different places because I have so much love for APW. APW is always going to, I guess, be my official home because that's where I started. I'm one of the last few guys to get through the original boot camp, the garage, and I did spend some time with the Stoner brothers. But the place that like I say, officially APW is my home, and I have nothing but love for them. But the place I felt at home was Brick House Pro Wrestling under Ezekiel Jackson in Redwood City, and that's the place where just I fit the best in, like training wise. Like APW, same with you. They're very curriculum based, so they go over everything every 6 months. When I needed a lot more one-on-one time, like I'm a very big and strong guy, but I'm honestly very unathletic. So I need that extra time. And so APW, even though everyone there, I love them, they're great. I've been on the same group text the entire time I've been in pro wrestling with everybody I met from the group, boot camp. I love those guys, so I'm not speaking ill, but their program just wasn't for me. Stoner U was a bit of a bad fit, but I'm definitely not knocking their training. They've produced a lot of good stuff. Just again, that wasn't just a good fit for me. But Brick House just ended up being perfect. I had such great times there, and just the way that Big Rick ran things is a big part of how I run things now as a coach. Where he sat me down one-on-one, and this is a former Intercontinental and ECW champion, and he just basically said, I don't care about what I've done in this business. I don't care what you've done. You're a man. I'm a man. We're just two adults. Just know when you're in my class, you're here to learn, and I'm here to teach, and that's it. And I will always give you the same respect you give me. There was no BS if I'm a vet or this. That's just clear cut. We're both just two men here, but your job is to learn, my job is to teach, and that's it. And everything was so respectful. There was no real fraternity BS, and I just thrived in that environment, and it was perfect for me.
That's good. It's real easy to get into that fraternity BS. And I mean, like, that was something like, so, I mean, when I was younger, there would be no way I would have ever been in a fraternity or anything like that. And so, like, it's like, I'll do this, but it's like, it's wrestling. So, like, I'll do it, but I don't want to do this fraternity type shit. But it was all there really was. But, I mean, eventually, yeah, there's places where it doesn't have to be that. And so what was one thing that he had taught you that wasn't clicking yet for you, but then clicked there for you at some point?
Knowing who I was in the ring, about what to say no to, what to do, and things like that. I work very differently if I'm wrestling as Amish Johnson, as Thick Jack Johnson, or if I'm under the hood as the Executioner. One of them would do things that the other wouldn't. The way I moved is different. The way I walked is different. Just the difference in a psychology of a big man, because he taught me more to be the Stoner brothers are phenomenal big men, but Ezekiel Jackson, Big Rick, he taught me how to be a monster. I guess would be the best way to put it. And there's some differences to that. A main thing with the twins, even though I did learn a lot from them, I'm not knocking them at all, is they're very athletic big men, and that's just not me, you know?
Yeah, like they're doing flips and shit. And like you don't need to be doing flips. Like there's a lot of other people that can do flips a lot better than you could do or that I could do. Let them do all the flips they ever want to do.
Yeah, I do not know why I was obsessed with dropping an elbow off the top my first year. That was stupid.
Yeah,
it just led to the top on me. Like, that was dumb. I don't need to be doing that. the top rope snapping on me and me just like eating shit on a concrete. So
Oh,
like
fuck.
that, I have like, I'm 6'5". I don't need to go off the top. Why was I doing that?
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Holy shit. So how'd you land on that?
I don't know.
Okay. It just did not go well.
The last thing I remembered was like, why is the ceiling underneath my feet? And just because the last thing I saw was like my foot and the ceiling of the warehouse, and then like I'm in a lot of pain and everybody's standing around me. So
Holy shit.
yeah, I've had the top rope snap on me, I think 4 times total. The other times I'm running the ropes, like that's why they teach you to grab the hold of the ropes, because that shit snaps and you go flying.
How did those work?
Well, I stopped the 3 times. I used to hit the ropes really hard because I like ricocheting off. I'm a big guy and like you get that speed and it looks cool. I don't anymore because not everybody maintains their rings. A lot of rings are just left in the school just permanently tight. And the thing that I'm a very big stickler on because of that, my ropes stay very loose unless we're about to train, and then we tighten them back up. And then we untighten them at the end of practice to make sure there's not constant tension so they don't break as much. They're going to break. What's going to happen? You can't prevent everything, but it's just nature of the business. That's why you hold on. But after that, after the 4th one, sorry, I got a call from here. Let me turn that off. But after the 4th, man, and then come back in, I don't ricochet off just because fuck it.
Yeah. And so, okay, so then going back a minute, so how do you switch between your 3 different personas? Is it when you like what are you doing right before you go out into the crowd?
Well, with execution, everything's quiet. I just kind of sit in the back and breathe. Nothing. If I'm doing thick jack, I am being a little bit loud. If I'm about to do Amish Johnson, I'm just sitting in the back listening to just a shit ton of DMX.
I forgot about the DMX part, dude. Okay. Yeah. Shit. Man. So yeah, I'm out in Amish country right now, and I've been out here for a little bit, dude. And I keep seeing these guys, and I keep thinking I'm gonna see someone who looks like you, and I'm gonna take a picture. But I haven't seen one yet, so I'm on the hunt. But yeah, man. So yeah, okay. So then you were doing the off the top rope. What did you switch it to after you left the top rope? Doing because dude, I was doing a fucking cross body off the top rope. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I did it like probably 3-4 times. I'm like, this is gonna be what I'm gonna do to like yeah, no, I don't need to do that, dude. There's people who can make it look a lot better than I can.
Yeah. I initially had this military press catch him into a spine buster, and then I went to SoCal, and I saw that Eric. And this is my initial finisher, and this sucked. This was a finisher I had developed when I was like 6 years old on a trampoline with my friends. And like in my mind, I'm gonna wrestle one day. This is gonna be my finisher. And then I see Eric Watts do it clean as absolute fuck, like cleaner than I could ever pray to do it. And he's 6'6". And so it just looks fantastic. And I was just like, he's better known than me. Yep, I'm done. And Eric Watts is a great guy, a phenomenal dude. He's a wonderful person. But I just saw, I was like, yeah, I need to drop this. And everybody was saying like I couldn't do anything in the ring, so I started doing the elbow drop. And that's just me being immature and giving in to people. Like then that hurt, and so I did a belly to back choke slam where I grab him from behind, toss him up, and then grab him in a choke slam and land with that.
All right, that works out. That's yeah, less bumping. how many matches have you got to have where you've had 0 bumps or 1 bump?
Ooh, a lot. A lot. I mean, I'm 6'5" with no shoes on, man. I compete in strong, man. I'm a big son of a bitch. Like, I can get away with that. I can also have a plus. I want to be very. One of the things that annoys me about being a big man is people just want to work the knee and they won't want to work anything else. They're very dead set on they have to work the knee. And when people work the knee, it involves next to no bumping. So I've done a ton of matches with no bumps.
So then what would someone who's a small person do to work? What body part would be a good one to work if it's not the knee? I mean, where you, I don't know. Cause I mean, yeah, there's only so many ways to.
I've actually had people argue with me. There's 2 that I've wanted to try. I can't do my finish with either Amish Johnson or the Executioner if you break my hand. I can't throw the axe handle, and I can't do a choke slam if you break my hand. So I've always wanted somebody to just stomp the crap out of my hand. And one thing I've always wanted to do, and I really want to do this, and nobody wants to do it, and it pisses me off to this day, is I want somebody to work my eye. If I'm blind, I can't get you. So I wanted somebody with a clean jab to just thumb the crap out of my eye. The ref, like, get them off constantly, and then just constantly duck my stuff because I'm blind and jab me right in that eye. Different ways. I lift you up for a power bomb. You just scrape right in my eye again. I'm completely blind, and either you finish me or I finally catch you at the end, and then I sell that eye all the way to the back. Like, if I'm blind, it's like Samson in the Bible. It's just something I've always wanted to do, and nobody, not a single goddamn person. And I mean, I tried for the better part of a decade to get somebody to do that with me, and I couldn't find anybody. And
that's really weird.
Yes, I know. It is. It's frustrating.
Both of those would be fun. Like I saw my friends Quiz and Draven, they did a match where they just worked each other's hand the whole time. And it was on this show out of the coast in Oregon, and everyone else was doing tons and tons of bumps, and they do this match where they just both work their hand the whole time. Crowd fucking was going ape shit for it, and then they didn't bump once, neither one of them. And it's just like, that's something people forget sometimes, that you can do that. But yeah, I mean, like, and that's another thing, like with the eyes, like, people know what it feels like to get hit, like poked in the eye or like shit like that. Like, there's some stuff, not everyone knows what a fucking super kick to the face feels like. People know what, like, I remember there was a paper cut thing going on for a while. People would do the paper cut between the fingers and shit like that. But people know what that works. Or fucking titty twisters, or, but even like chops, like not everyone knows what a chop feels like. They know it hurts because it makes a good sound, but, or, you know, people getting hit in the balls. Like, everyone's been hit in the balls at least once, and they know what that feels like. They know what it looks like when you sell it. Or, you know, some people have never been punched in the face, and, you know, it's kind of easy to tell who's trying to sell a punch in the face when they've never been punched in the face. But yeah, I like that idea of the work in the eyes. Are you working anymore? Are you? No, I mean, I should know this, but I don't. I haven't talked to you for probably a decade, so.
I'm not, but I'm not saying I'm done. It's more of those, if I find something that seems kind of fun,
yeah,
then I'm in good health. I don't really have any drive to make a full in-ring career anymore. I don't really have any drive to go beyond that. I had a very good meeting with some friends who. Yes, sir. Does somebody have a question? Oh, no, sorry. I'm doing a podcast interview right now. So it's one of the other owners.
Okay.
Sorry. What was the question? I got sidetracked.
It's cool. We were talking about, I don't know. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about something there. We were talking about fuck. I don't know. Oh, we're doing one more run.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's like one more run, but if I see something that sounds like, yeah, this kind of sounds fun, I would be down. I am down to do I am down to do Amish Johnson again for the simple purpose of Amish Johnson involves doing next to nothing, and it's such a character built around doing nothing out of pure spite. And because I hated doing the gimmick, I hated everything about it, and so I tried to make it as terrible as possible by doing as little effort as possible into the character, and it ended up working. So I do find it funny that was built to fail and somehow worked. But yeah, I am down to Amish. If somebody asks, just for why not? It's such a stupid gimmick that I might as well do it for fun on occasion.
Where would you want to do it?
I'd be down to do it at the home promotion, and so we do have a kind of a bit of a running thing here where our students debut against Panda Day Omega. But the thing is they have no idea who Panda Day Omega is going to be that night.
Oh shit.
There's a running joke that's just very hard to explain about a promotion called Catholic Panda Wrestling, and we created social medias for it, and for years we were putting over that we just had this great show at Catholic Panda Wrestling for no other reason than to get people to contact the page for bookings, and then it was myself and a wrestler named Guido fucking with people for no other reason than we're troll assholes in our 20s. Yeah, sorry if anybody messaged it. It's just me being a dick. It's not a real promotion. But yeah, we would post fake results. We would get a bunch of the boys in on it to like say I just wrestled there. It was great, sold out crowd. And yeah, but we kept saying their champion is Panda Day Omega, and it's not a real person, but we have a Panda Lucha mask, and it's just going to be a different person on the mask each time. So you are debuting against Panda Day Omega, but it could be anybody, and occasionally it will be me.
It's fucking awesome.
They will occasionally be under that hood. So will a bunch of other people. That's actually part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Anybody can be under the names.
So I mean, they don't know until they, Panda Day Omega comes out to the ring.
You have no idea who's. I mean, when we eventually have one of these guys graduate, I do believe in our program and everything we teach them and all the coaching we do. So they're going to be ready, and it's not like I'm going to put some piece of shit under the mask with one of my students.
Right.
I love these guys so much. They're so amazing. I'm the one thing I'm preparing for. I know this is going to suck. Is one of them is going to eventually quit, and I'm going to miss them like crazy. They're just every single class we do is great. We run 3 different classes. We have the fitness class, we have a youth strength and conditioning class, and the pro wrestling class. They're so fantastic. And when somebody does inevitably quit, because they will, that's part of it. But I will be sad. These guys.
So, how do people find you? How do they get in touch? How do they join your gym? Everything.
We are the gym is Thunder Fitness, and we're at Thunder Fitness Livermore on Instagram. The pro wrestling school is the Iron Lion Dojo, and that's across all socials. Iron Lion Dojo. It's also ironliondojo.com, and all of my personal stuff is THICC Daddy Cool, and that's THICC with 2 C's.
And yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm happy we got to talk, and yeah, man. Yeah, I really wish we could have done a match at some point, man. Like,
Do you not work anymore?
no, man. I busted my knee like fucking, I don't know how long ago that was. 8 years ago.
What happened with your knee?
I stepped in a fucking hole. I was delivering hardwood flooring,
Are you? Damn it! I hate that when you find that out when somebody's gone through a wrestling career and then it's like some outside bullshit.
Yeah. And yeah,
Fucking
dude, that was what did it. And I was fucking just like, well, shit, dude. I thought I was gonna get better, and it didn't work. But now, like, my body's good again. But I'm 43 now, so it's like, but maybe a lighter something. I did tell myself I would like to do Memphis and I would like to do Japan, but if those didn't happen, but I don't know, man. If something ever changes, I have a bit of a schedule where I can take time to do stuff, and who knows? I guess you never say never, right?
yeah.
And yeah. So, dude, yeah, man, fucking thanks for doing this and being on, and fucking keep kicking ass, dude. And I'm happy we got to talk, man.
Yeah, I'm happy you came on. It was good visiting with you. Also, our first show is going to be on February 22nd. And I want to apologize to any booker I've ever disrespected. This job is harder than you would think. Putting a show together. I've already had, it's in February, and I've already had people apologize and back out because they say they're double booked. And I'm like, it's in 4 months, bro. Like, how'd you forget you had something in 4 months?
Yeah. But I mean, 4 months out, giving you 4 months fucking ahead of time is pretty good. It's not a last minute thing. It's and there's a sorry in there. You're doing pretty all right, man. If you're getting sorries, you're doing okay. So yeah, fucking have a great fucking rest of your day, and I'll stay in touch, man.
Yeah, man, you do great. Thanks for having me on.
All right, you bet. All right, Josh Johnson, dude. THICC Daddy Kewl. Hit him up. Go join him, dude. Fucking look at that mind. That mind is there. That mind is awesome. That's something that you can't teach. You just sort of have to have. And he has that. I'm putting my fucking stamp of approval on him. So, yeah, I haven't seen him for probably since 2016. So, I'm glad I got to see the guy. So, thank you everyone so much for being here. Find me rustydiamond.net, hypnosisisgreat.com. Get my books. Hypnosis is Great. Erotic Hypnosis is Great. You can find those on Amazon. popuphealing.net. worldclasscustoms.com. If you need wrestling gear for your action figures, I got a guy who's the best, and you can get shit custom however you want. Do you want to put Amish Johnson on a shirt for your figure, for your John Cena figure? John Cena, I bet, is a fucking Amish Johnson executioner. Big. Well, big. I forgot what the third one was. Fuck it. The Three Faces of Josh. Dude, fuck yeah. Fucking yes, Josh Johnson. Thank you everyone so much for being here on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. And that is the show, man.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.